Nail transformation for my grandma and new mini nail drill review from AEVO in this video coming up. Hello guys, Anastasia here. You've been asking me if I can do more reviews of different nail drills, especially affordable ones and available on Amazon. So today we will be trying this one by AEVO. We have instructions, we have USB plug in the kit, 3 different abrasives, 80, 180 and 120 sandbands, and 2 kits of the nail bits. This is the handpiece itself. It's so tiny, cute, and also it is pink. To install the bit, simply insert it all the way in. This nail drill has forward and reverse mode and the max speed is 20,000 rotations per minute. This is how the control looks like. So now this is the reverse mode, so the bit is rotating counterclockwise. This is how we stop it, and the right one with the green light is the forward mode. And this is how you control the speed. This control is located on the wire of the handpiece, so there's no additional control for it. This is how my grandma's nails look like. It's been more than 2 months, I believe, since we did her manicure, and she said that they're in a perfect condition, we just need to add a little color. Well, I think we will do a little bit more than that. I will be using my ceramic bit, turn the speed almost to the max, but not all the way, so I believe now we have around 18,000 rotations per minute, and I am going to take off the product. Previously, I used only 1 coat of base coat, 2 coats of color, I believe, and 1 coat of the top coat, but each layer was super thin, so it's not going to take long to take it off. This nail drill is designed for a home use, and for this kind of tiny nail drill and home use nail drill, I have to say that it is pretty impressive because, as you can see, it is working and it is taking off the gel polish. I intentionally didn't stop, so I filed off the product of all 10 nails, and I have to say that the nail drill didn't get hot, nor we felt any heat spikes or vibration. I also asked my grandma if she can feel something, like does it feel different for her, and she said the only thing that she noticed that this handpiece is way smaller than the one that I used before, and this is it. This nail is splitting, as you can see, so we are going to fix that, because if the nail does that, it will just split more and more, and this usually causes just a little pain and it just doesn't feel comfortable. So we are going to file the entire length because she usually wears them short, and I will also show you how we can fix that splitting nail with acrylic. But first we need to get rid of the outgrown free edge. I will be using 180 grit file and file them short. By the way, we could do this with the e-file, but you need to do it before taking off the product. If you already took off the product, now the only way to do that is using a hand file. Do not forget to round the corners. On this nail, we need to not just file it short, but also to get rid of this splitted and lifted part, because we are going to replace it. So first I'm trying to cut it off with the scissors, which worked pretty great, and I need to remove this part that is already lifted anyways, because I would like to add the product right there. As you can see, I cannot really reach everything with a hand file, so I'm going to try to do this with the nail drill. I will be using the diamond bit that comes from the kit. The speed is pretty low now, about 10,000 rotations per minute, and as you can see, now we did it. We got rid of this free edge right here, so now we can carefully fix that. With the remaining nails, I'm simply filing them short and doing soft square shape. Let's take care of the cuticles. I am going to use a diamond flame bit. The speed is around 15,000 rotations per minute. I'm working on the forward mode now, working on the left side and also across the sidewalls of the cuticles. First, I'm doing this on all 10 nails because it will be faster and it's just easier when you're working only on one side. Then I'm going to switch on the reverse mode and do the same but on the opposite, on the right side of the nail. I noticed that on this control of the nail drill, the stop is right between the two modes, the forward and the reverse. So that way you do not need to worry to forget to stop the drill, you will go through the stop anyways. When you're cleaning the cuticles, make sure you are not filing the natural nail together with it, because if you will see ridges on the nail and this is definitely not a good thing, especially near the cuticle area. Now I'm pushing up the cuticles so it will be easier to work with them further. We have few options here. We can just leave it. We could trim it with the e-file, but I decided to not do that because my grandma has rather sensitive skin, so it is better to do it with the scissors. As you can see, I'm doing only light trimming, only the part that we pushed up, which is the dead tissue. This is very important that this procedure should not hurt. It should not be painful at all. Like normally the client will not really feel anything. Let's fix the splitting nail so it will not bother her. I apply dehydrator and non-acid primer. First I thought I'm going to use gel, but then when we looked closer to it, I noticed that the splitting was pretty deep, so for me it will be just a bit easier and faster to fix it with acrylic. I will be using a clear acrylic powder and I take a medium-sized bead and simply reconstruct this missing corner and the sidewall. Take a look on my left opposite hand. I'm pushing back her sidewall so it will not prevent me from applying the product how I would like it to be applied, and then I will also need to hold it for a while because it will take a couple minutes for acrylic to set up, because if I will let go, the product may slightly move. I'm trying to smooth out the surface so I will not really need to file it a lot. And once you do that, you also need to add a thin layer of acrylic on the entire nail. You cannot just fix the missing corner and then apply something else. So the entire construction should be made of the same product. But since we are not doing extensions, we are not doing long nails, we do not really need to build an actual apex. So the thin coat of clear acrylic will be enough here. But even if you applied it just perfectly, we still need a slight shaping. I will be filing the free edge as well as the sidewalls with 180 grit, and I will also soften the corners and slightly buff the surface. So it will be a little matte and it will be just easier to apply the color on top. Because if you will apply it on acrylic that was not buffed, it will be quite hard and the color will not look as good. But we also have the remaining 9 nails that were not broken or splitted, so we are going to do just a regular gel manicure on them. I'm applying dehydrator and non-acid primer I apply only on the free edge, because this is where we need some extra adhesion. Thin coat of the base coat on all 10 nails, but I recommend to apply it on 4 nails first, from index to the pinky, and while it's curing you may apply it on the opposite hand. I do not recommend applying it on the thumb at the same time because it is just easier to cure it this way. After applying 1 coat of base coat and curing it for 30 seconds, I apply 2 coats of light pink gel polish with a silver shimmer. This is one of the favorite shades of my grandma. Each coat should be cured 30 seconds. Last step of the service will be sealing with a no wipe top coat. Apply it and also cure for 30 seconds. This is how my grandma's nails looked like at the beginning of this service. I have to say that I am impressed with this AEVO nail drill. For its price and power, it worked really well. I can definitely recommend it for beginner nail technicians or for home use. You can find the link in the description box as well as the discount code, and this is what we have after the service. I think her nails and hands look totally different, even younger. Let me guys know what do you think, and thank you so much for watching. If this is your first time here on my channel, consider subscribing, as I post new nail art tutorials and product reviews just like this one every week. See you in my next one. Goodbye!